Okay, when I say this video was made out of boredom, it was. I had nothing on my material playlist before, and now I have something that I can milk to my fellow followers. You're welcome. So if you haven't seen that video, basically this guy called SonicShadow98 made a rant on Among Us, some stupid video game that got popular last year. Then a guy called Rapperage made a commentary on it, and then Sonic Shadow made a commentary on Rat, I guess defending himself. Also, I'm gonna be calling him Ozled because I don't like calling him Sonic Shadow. Also, some bit of the context from Ozled's rant is barely here, so I'm gonna recover some stuff from his video. I'm also gonna bring back Rat's original video because Rat's text-to-speech voice is quieter than Ozled's background music, which he plays throughout the entire video. It's called background music for a reason, my guy.
Okay, I have a few things about this intro that I want to say. First of all, the music jumps near the start for seemingly no reason. Secondly, the intro starts in full resolution, but for the rest of the video, there are lovely black bars on the sides of the screen if the Among Us logo isn't being shown. Thirdly, the music that is used loops and drones and with the same lyrics for most of it, leading to the music used being rather grating to listen to for too long. And given that this part of the intro is 20 seconds, it does get repetitive and irritating. Finally, there is 5 seconds of dead audio that adds nothing to the video at all. For an intro that takes 25 seconds, I hope there would be more to it than this, but whatever.
Okay, to me, bitching about the intro, about there having no audio in the intro picture, that adds nothing to the video at all, is a petty and stupid complaint.
I mean, really? It's relevant to his interjection. It's a criticism he has with your intro that you can easily fix. Then yeah, it adds something to their video.
For God's sakes, it's just an intro. It's like constantly bitching about a stupid logo all the damn time.
They aren't forcing you to take this criticism. They aren't being condescending as fuck. They don't insult you, they just point out their flaws within your intro. I don't know why you're complaining about this.
Also, I love how you said that there is 5 seconds of dead audio that adds nothing to the video, as if there was supposed to be any audio in there at all. The intro does not have to add anything to the video.
Yeah. That's the problem. I don't know why you're addressing this, when regardless of whether or not it was intentional, it's still a problem to him. This actually adds nothing to your introduction at all. Finally, I'm gonna pitch up Ozled's voice in his Among Us rant to not make this super confusing. And degree markers, definitely that.
Hey there.
Hello! I am Sonic Shadow 98. Back again with another rent video!
And it looks like we have another problem with production in this video. What's the problem, you may ask? The audio. Your voice is so overpowering to your mic and is so incredibly loud that the sound is breaking up and sounding distorted. This honestly hurt my ears quite a lot when I first watched this video, and it ends up being rather distracting if nothing else.
Okay, my audio is not the best. Okay, so what? Commentators already have said this about my video, so I'm just gonna skip it.
So what? Your voice is loud and it hurts Rat's ears when watching. Like, it isn't the biggest thing ever that you have to fix it, but if you want to make your video watchable, just turn down the volume of your voice. This is literally ignoring everything Rat said. Also, there's literally no reason to interject here because you point blank said that a lot of other people addressed this to you. This part has no substance, and honestly, you should have just skipped this part.
Among Us is a boring, overrated, piece of crap, piece of shit game. The only reason people like it is because people want to follow the freaking trend. They want to play what's popular now, instead of playing actual good games. And to me, that's just insulting. It's not even fun at all.
Good job. You just dehumanized the fan base of the game as just a bunch of boring clout chasers. Very professional.
And that was said for dramatic effect. And also, From what I have seen of the fanbase, the Among Us fanbase, I'm sorry, but the ones I've encountered act like huge, annoying little pieces of shit. They would literally shove Among Us down your throat. The stupid memes, everything. That's what I was trying to say there. So how the hell can I be dehumanizing Toaster?
Says he wasn't dehumanizing the Among Us fanbase. Continues to dehumanize them. Like, thanks for saying that they shove it down your throat and belittling them by calling them little pieces of shit. Like, you don't call them lesser human beings or something like that, but God, how you act and say here is really dehumanizing.
Even. Haru.
Among Us is just not even a fun game at all, to be honest. It's overrated, and not in a good way.
I have a question. How can something be overrated in a good way? The definition of the word doesn't do anything to suggest how this could possibly be the case.
What? What? So you're saying that something can't be overrated and still be good? I'm sorry, but that's just not true. There are some things I like that are overrated, like Sonic the Hedgehog or Dragon Ball Z, but I think that they're still good. This is what I mean by overrated in a good way. Just because something is overrated does not mean that it's bad. Yeah, you might be like, if something is rated too highly, then that means it's always bad. Sometimes when I talk about overrated stuff that I do not like, I say not in a good way because it's overrated and bad, in my opinion, like Among Us. But that does not apply to everything that's overrated.
Well, not really. Yeah, you can say that something is good, but don't agree that it's the best thing in the world. But overrated is used in a much more negative way, like people can like Frozen, but some people do think that the movie is overrated and is actually pretty bad.
I love how you looked up the exact definition of overrated and showed it in your video on me. Yet it seems like you do not really know what the term overrated means. You criticize me for saying overrated and not in a good way, and assume that I do not know what the term overrated means. But you pull up the definition in the video, and it seems like you do not really know what overrated means, which you probably thought that overrated always equals bad. You just contradicted yourself, you hypocrite.
Elaborate, because I don't see how this is contradictory. Like, they say how something can be good and overrated at the same time. Show off the first definition that says rated or valued too highly, which works because nowhere in the definition really says that it has anything to do with liking or disliking it regardless. But you're not even trying here.
Even. Haru.
It's another one of these shitty horror games, like Five Nights at Freddy's and Bendy and the Ink Machine. What's next? What's the next overrated, popular, shitty horror game that's going to come out? This game is one of the worst games to ever come out in this generation.
You are gonna have to explain to me how Among Us is a horror game at all, and how it is in any way comparable to FNAF and Bendy, because to tell the truth, the games are not comparable in the slightest.
Here's a clip of the second part of my rant on Among Us. I will admit, I was wrong by calling Among Us a horror game. It's not a horror game. Among Us is not a horror game. I realize that, and I'm sorry. It's just that Wikipedia gets the whole shit wrong. So sometimes Wikipedia isn't always reliable. But my point still stands. I did apologize for my error on Among Us being a horror game. It's not a horror game. I know that now. You either did not watch the second part of the rant on Among Us that I did because you were busy, or you just completely ignored it and did not want to see that video. And judging by your tone, it's probably the latter.
So let's pay attention to the upload dates on the second Among Us rant and Rat's commentary. Oswald's video was uploaded on March 23rd, 2021. Rat's video was uploaded on March 28th, 2021. You want to know how big that gap is? A 1 week gap. So it might be your first hypothetical here. I'm not saying that it was because they were busy, because they never responded to my comment I did. But given with what I brought, it might be that.
But oh, if a game itself and the live streams weren't already insufferable, I have to deal with a fucking Among Us fanbase everywhere I fucking go, on YouTube and on Discord. Like they post these fucking stupid ass memes, like, imposter, sus, like, oh, this is sus, oh, imposter! It's just pathetic. It drives me insane when I see people saying sus or imposter in the fucking YouTube comments or on Discord servers. They praise Among Us like it's the best thing since sliced bread, when it's not. If you go around everywhere on the internet posting shit like sus or imposter or whatever, you're not cool.
Yeah, you could tell this is coming from the experience of someone who was very clearly cool.
A few things here as well. First of all, if you are getting spammed with memes about the game, how come you don't show any of the memes you have been spammed with? If it is happening as much as you imply, when you say that it happens wherever you go, this shouldn't be difficult. Secondly, the actions of the fans of something don't make the thing itself worse. The fan base and the game are two separate things, and mixing the two into one in order to seem either dishonest or as if you were struggling to grasp for an argument.
Why should I show anything? Why should I show screenshots of me seeing all these frickin' Among Us memes and all that? Why should I show screenshots of it? It'll be completely pointless to do in that video.
It's not, because showing evidence will prove how much you keep on seeing Among Us memes on your timeline or something. So it isn't as small as you're making it out to be. Like, it's not the worst thing, but it certainly is big if you're doing something like this. I don't care about either of these guys' final thoughts, and I want a donut right now.
Thanks. I hate it. So everyone that I love is stuck because this